Hey YouTube motorcycle family, this is my 2019 GSX-S750 and today I'm going to show you how easy it is to install a USB charger. Okay, so here are the tools you're going to need for this job. A 5mm hex wrench, a Phillips head screwdriver, some wire cutters, and some zip ties, and a small container to put your bolts in so you don't lose them. All right, so the first thing you need to do is there are two pieces of plastic on each side of the bike. You need to remove these in order to get to the bolts for the seats. I already did the other side, so this side, let's get this done real quick. So you're just gonna unscrew this one bolt right here, put that in your cup. Now this plastic piece has 4 push tabs. I believe there's one somewhere around here. There's 2 right about here. There's one back down here. And then it has a pin that slides into a little slot. The key to removing this is to pull this part out, but don't pull this part out because you'll snap off that little tab. You need to slide it out. So I'm just gonna start from here and be careful of the clutch cable that's down here. So we're just gonna get our fingers in here and pop this out and pop this out and pop that out. And there's one more down here and that slides out and that comes off. It seems a little scary, but it's pretty sturdy plastic if you're just careful of the tab. Now we can get to the 5mm bolt on the seat. That's right here. And then you take this out. We can get the seat off and get up into the battery compartment. Okay, bolt, put that in our thing. All right, so now let's take off the seat and we shall go up into the battery compartment. Okay, so I pushed the 2 connectors together here. Okay, this was the SAE 2-pin connector to O-rings, and this is the SAE to USB connector. Also 2-pin connector, and they slide together. This I just zip tied here on the frame, and I ran it behind these push pins for the piece of plastic, and then right in this groove right along here, and then to the front, and we'll get to the front in a second. Just there's a lot of extra wire here and you just have to kind of work it and tuck it down. And I push this piece so that it can go up underneath here. You can reach it from the little glove compartment area. Now there was one other piece. I'll show you this piece. This was on the SAE to O-ring connectors, and it's just a little cover so that you could keep that wire covered when it's not in use. I pulled it off, and I'll show you why, because this wire is plugged into this wire, so I'm never going to need the cover up there. But this wire goes to the front of the bike, and I could possibly use this to cover those wires if they're not in use. So I'll show you that in a minute. But this is how you got to tuck all this stuff in. This little plastic piece right here is supposed to cover this terminal. And when the wire's not there, it fits perfectly. However, when the wire's on there, you can't push it down. The only thing you could do is probably cut out a little slot right here and slot it around this wire and then push it down. But for now, I'm just gonna see if it works without doing that. All right, so let's move to the front of the bike and I'll show you the final pieces. Okay, once we run that wire from the battery compartment through the frame, it runs right up here to the front, and you can see where the wire comes out. There's a little piece right here of zip tie. There's some wires here that you can zip tie this to. And then this plugs into the charger, the USB charger. And this wire and this charger all comes together. It's like, what is it? 16 bucks, I think, for this charger. Now, what I really liked about this charger is that it has an on-off switch and it tells you the voltage. And it also has this rubber cap on top covering the USB, and it has 2 USB slots, so you can charge your phone, and if you need power for something else, camera or something, you have a secondary USB port for power, or you could charge your friend's phone because they don't have a way to charge it. And then how I connected this was I just got some heavy duty Velcro, and I put a piece on the frame right there, and then I put a piece on the back of this unit. Now this unit comes with a few different ways to mount it. It has another clip. It has some Velcro, not Velcro, it has some zip ties, but I decided to use Velcro because I didn't want it to become permanently attached, because I do think that it is something that someone would probably steal off your bike if they could. So if you go someplace, I might just unplug it. It only has the 2-pin connector right here, which unplugs pretty quickly. And then you could just take this inside with you. Now, you do need to mount it as far to this side as possible, because the left fork, when the steering is turned all the way, it will hit it if it's too far over. Originally, I wanted to mount it back up in here to hide it a little bit, but I couldn't because the front fork would hit it. So right where it is now, it's perfect. And that's only in the extreme case when you have the wheel turned all the way to the left. But in normal everyday driving, it never reaches to that point. Now, the last piece that you need for this to work is a little USB to charging cable for your phone. I picked up a 3-pack of these. They're 1 foot each, and you can find them in a lot of different lengths. It's braided, it's super secure. Comes in lots of different colors. I got the blue because to match the blue, but they have black, and they have red, and they have a couple other different colors. And then this is just going to plug into the top of your charger right there. And then if we take a look up top here, you can see right here, it comes out and it plugs into the bottom of my phone, which I don't know if I can do it. Yep, there we go. And then there you can see the phone is charging. I'm using the quad lock system on my phone, and it's been awesome so far. I really like it. It's easy to use. This comes out of here. You push this down, slides off. Super simple. And also it has, because of the type of case it has, where it locks on, you can get this for your car. So then you can just go from your motorcycle to your car. Anyway, and this goes on here like that. All right, now that you have successfully installed the wire, I just wanted to show you one more piece. It was this little cap that I pulled off of the SAE to O-ring wire, because I don't need it back there, but I could use it up front sometime. If I wanted to take this charger, the USB charger, off of the Velcro and unplug it, I have these 2 pins are exposed. So I decided I could take this little cap thingy and install it like this. And now it just covers over these wires, and I can tuck it in, and the connectors don't get affected by dirt or water or anything like that. The last thing you need to do is put everything back together again. So real quick, I will show you what I did here. Oh, you got to put the seat on first. Don't forget that. Just can't ride without the seat. Here we go. Take our bolt, 5mm hex, goes in here. Screw that in nice and tight. And then you have to put on this plastic piece. Now, here's the trick for this. This little slot that's here, this needs to go in a little slot that's right back here underneath the seat. You can see it when you're working on it. It goes in that slot. And then the key is to get around this clutch cable first and then line it up. There's a little rubber piece here. It can be tricky. Bang it in. Get this screw right here. And you're done with one side. Now I'll go to the other side, put it all back together again, take it for a ride and have some fun. So I hope this helped you. It's a very simple job. Total thing cost me about 38 bucks for all the parts. And now I have a nice way to keep my phone charged if I'm on a long ride and possibly power a second device. So yeah, easy job. Hope to see you out on the road. Take care.